I can hear you, John.
You're early.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Why? What's up?
A couple things were loose that I'm on the garage.
Okay, well, I'll wait in the bus shelter. You gonna measure something?
No, I got
Okay. I'll wait for you here. There he is.
No Derick, eh?
No. He's telling me he's got a personal trainer now. And his training session is Wednesday. So what do you want to do? You want to do your usual Derick's route? Or we could go a little further?
Yeah,
or do you want to
going
do...
going through the trails ain't great. Yeah.
Because they might be muddy. I was thinking that little section that we do.
Yeah, a little more. I'll do this.
We'll do 5K instead of 4.
Sure.
Yeah.
You figure out the route.
I know the route. We were training on that route for the Sydney Days 5K.
Poor Hillary, I don't know if you heard.
No, I didn't. What's up?
Lorna had her knee surgery.
Okay.
Did the Jubilee.
Yeah.
Now she basically wants to come back like right away.
Uh-huh.
And Hillary said, well, she's got 3 things planned today,
Oh.
including an interview at 11 o'clock.
That's a real bind because her mother...
And we're going to need some home care too.
Oh, wow. You got me into home care with that guy, what was his name now? Phil Malloy and Danuta Malloy. They used to live on Pipeline Road. Do you remember that area still?
Oh yeah, Pipeline's just a
Heatherdale.
Heatherdale area. Yeah.
So how have you been keeping?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I noticed you're wearing a Haney to Harrison vest. Yeah. God, I remember those days. That's when we used to be good. That's when we used to be good runners.
This vest was so good.
Yeah,
It's lasted a long time.
that guy, Ron Adams. Ron Adams was he was the race director for the ultras in that event. And he always used to have good clothing. That one I remember very well because it's short sleeve. It's handy.
With a big back pocket for a second.
Yep. So let's see if we can do this without stopping. I mean, you know, obviously to cross the road. But if we pace it right, we shouldn't need to take any walk breaks. Because it's pretty flat. Unless one of us is having some sort of medical issue.
For me, it's my lips.
Your lips?
A few. Very little.
Very little talking. I'll do the talking today. You do the listening.
There we go.
I should have brought my sunglasses.
I was thinking that, but I like focusing slightly down anyway.
Yeah. Well, the sun is high enough in the sky so you can divert your gaze.
Divert.
You like that,
Good
eh?
word.
Good word.
So these things I used to know, and now I'm going to remember what it means.
You lost the whole chunk of vocabulary.
Divert. Like
Divert.
diversion.
Yeah.
Divert's the verb. Diversion's the noun. Something like that.
Nothing to do with detour.
Deterioration.
Detour.
Yeah. Which is a
different origin. Hello. We're all doing the COVID waltz.
different locations.
Beautiful day. Couldn't help ask for a better day after yesterday. Yesterday was the pits.
We lost our electricity. The longest one was 3 minutes long. The other ones were like half a second.
Oh yeah, we had a cut for about around noon.
And those half-second ones, you didn't lose your electricity power, so your alarm clocks that were plugged in,
Yeah.
didn't stop.
Well, ours did, so it was out for more than a minute.
Yeah. But some of them was just a flicker.
Yep.
You saw somebody turning off the light, didn't realize they needed back on. What was it?
It must have been the strong wind. Derick said to me, how about Saturday? And I said, well, maybe next week. I'll ask John today if Saturday works.
Saturday's usually a bike ride day.
That's what I thought. From when Hillary used to work, Saturday was the day that she would take off for a bike ride. But now what happens is most of our friends are retired. So they can take any day. People like Mike Ellis. You see him riding all over the place.
Yeah, I do.
He was one of the few athletes that was in the Harriers and Team West Coast.
Time 6 minutes. Average heart rate 82. Workout average pace 6 minutes 49 seconds per kilometer.
Yeah, big difference in the sun
Yeah.
and in the shade.
Well, you'll start to warm up pretty soon. We're definitely overdressed, but that's okay. We're just gonna sweat. Hi. Huh?
Yeah, here cycling this afternoon.
Nice. Where are you going?
Well, that was the original plan.
Yeah.
Wherever. And I have an idea of where to go. I
Yeah.
take my lot, transfer my phone from Virgin to
Verizon.
Shaw Mobile.
Okay.
I own my own phone.
Workout average pace
Costs
6 minutes 45
$20
seconds per
to
kilometer.
set it up, and 1 meg, which is all I need, $10 a month.
That's pretty
Everything
cheap.
else covered.
And who's your provider?
Virgin. Mobile.
Virgin Mobile. This is the only uphill. But I guess on a bike you get used to knowing where the uphills are. How much do you think a bike is important, a good bike, as opposed to just an average bike?
Oh, great.
Does it give you a big advantage?
Well, your gearing is easier and simpler to switch than the index.
Better mechanics. And a lot of the extra price is for the lighter frame and the lighter rims. I noticed the Giro d'Italia might be cancelled because of COVID. They were saying that they didn't want the athletes being at risk because they get pretty close
Oh,
in a bike race. They're shoulder to shoulder a lot of the time. Not to mention the slipstream. The poor guy at the back.
well,
He's going to
and a
be
lot
picked.
of them some of them, like especially Hillary,
Yeah.
she gets a lot of mucus in her nose,
Yeah.
so she has to blow it out. So she's blowing her nose a lot of time. Now with the Kleenex, you blow your nose the best.
Snot rocket.
Basically under your arm, under your elbow.
Under your elbow.
Like this.
Oh, I see.
Down.
Yeah.
Not just to the side, and pick which side. Depending on where the wind is, where the person moves to,
Yeah.
you can get in the face.
That's more like Peloton etiquette. There's a whole language I don't understand. All this business about bike back and what do you say if you see somebody on the cycle path like a runner? Do you say runner back or runner ahead?
You know, it's just jogging and walking.
Yeah.
You don't say
Obstacle.
walker.
Walker, yeah.
Say runner. No matter what kind of vehicle it is,
Yeah.
except for bikes, you say biker back.
Yeah.
It's basically giving a bit more room
Yeah.
to pass through it. If it's a vehicle, motorcycle,
Or a truck.
whatever,
Yeah.
car back.
Car back.
And if you're uphill, you're the very first one in front uphill,
Yeah.
you say car up.
Car up.
So somebody's really good, wants to pass you at the end of that hill.
Yeah.
Guess what?
What's
Do you
he?
see it first?
Yeah.
That vehicle might hit.
Huh.
Because it's an incline.
Yeah.
You won't be able to see it.
Especially if the sun is low in the sky. A lot of drivers get dazzled early in the morning. Derick used to work in that fish and chip place. He was doing dishes in there.
Time 11 minutes. Average heart rate 150. Workout average pace 6 minutes 36 seconds per kilometer.
Well, you can see that we're going faster than usual. We haven't taken a single break, and we're sub 7 now. This is Derick Street, Brampton, Branford.
We'll take the next one.
Henry, we take Henry,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
and then we go up. I think there's a couple more streets after the care home. And we go past the school. I've been watching a lot of airplane videos
Average heart rate 140.
from YouTube.
Workout average pace 6:33.
I'm fascinated by seeing those huge jets landing. And one of the best airports in the world for seeing fancy flying is Madeira Airport in the Azores, because it has a really short runway and they have to come in over the mountain and then swoop in.
Where?
Time 14 minutes. Average heart rate 151. Workout
So
average
we've been
pace
running for 14 minutes. That's pretty good. Now we have a nice straight section and then the highway section back to John's place. And all the kids are out playing skip and jump.
Which for them is fun.
Yeah,
It's also great activity.
yep. Another good one is frisbee golf. Hello. Hello, children. Those are like kindergarten kids. Yep. Definitely overdressed.
No, I got great ventilation with these.
Yeah.
I try. I never run with cotton, except for my underwear.
Too much information. So we should be up at about 3K by now. Got 2 more. 2 to do.
Time 16 minutes. Average heart rate 153. Workout average pace 6 minutes 33 seconds per kilometer.
This is actually a good sign.
Eh?
I gotta breathe some of my breaths deep.
Yeah. I don't think I've run this fast for a while.
Okay.
Take a little break, just for the old man. I am
Yes. So I'm getting better at remembering things. Jackal.
Jackal. That's right. Chris Wiley, your friend, the guy who does time trials,
Yeah.
every time he sees me, he says, "Jackal call!" And I have to go, "You!"
Jackal. Oh, make the jackal sound.
He wants me to make that noise every time
And that's
he
the
sees
jackal
me.
sound?
Well, that's
Oh,
that was the sound that I developed.
it's like I do with my sheep.
Yeah, but that's more to do with a farmer calling his animals.
We can always go and see him if you want.
Well, I have to go.
Oh, okay, so that.
No.
Never
I
mind,
have to
so
go
that
to
on.
the bottle bank. I have to go to the bottle depot.
Oh, you brought some stuff.
That's why my panniers were full.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the reasons I didn't take my hoodie off, because my panniers are stuffed with cans and bottles. Yep. All right. So we'll jog along by the highway here, all the way back to John's place, John and Hillary's place. He needed to expectorate. There's another school. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hi. Was that you whistling?
Well, the kids were
They weren't
looking
looking.
down,
Yeah.
trying to compete with each other. Most of it was lane.
Kids are bad for that. The bigger the group, the less disciplined. 1 or 2 kids behave themselves. Once you get to 8, forget it. Hi. Hello.
You're not in better shape than me.
He sounded like a Quebecer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he said me.
Me? Yeah. And the way he moved his head.
Oh,
But
and
me?
he elongated the me word.
Yeah. So this is Derick Street.
Yeah.
Now we have Amelia. Then we got Henry. No, we've passed Henry, that's right. Amelia, I think, is coming up. Yeah, I'm going to be taking my bottles just over there. So I'll go over the footbridge.
Yeah, go with footbridge.
And I can get back onto Lochside at Beacon.
Or take any of these left turns and get on that side. There's a path, running path like this on the other side of the highway too.
I guess there is, yeah. That will take me to Beacon. Otherwise, I'll have to line up with the buses. This is going to be our time trial 5K. Amelia, like Amelia Earhart. It might be named after her, because it's near the airport.
Amelia is Latin and Portuguese last name.
Amelia?
You won't get it. You won't have that as a first name in Portuguese. It'll be Maria Emilia.
Uh-huh. Maria Immaculata.
Basically means middle girl in the family, or middle family member.
Ah, in the middle, Amelia. El medio.
Yeah. And medio is also Portuguese last name, middle name.
Yeah.
It means middle man, or middle
boy.
The last vowel, you can generally tell it's feminine or male.
Yeah. Masculine.
In most of the nouns.
Very much like Spanish.
Telephone is still telephone. It's mostly females who use it or do it for you.
El teléfono in Spanish.
No, you're right, it isn't it?
Yeah. But in Spanish, they call a mobile phone a móvil. ¿Dónde está mi móvil? Where is my mobile?
I'm not sure about Portuguese either.
They probably call it móvil. Móvil.
What I call it is telephone in my pocket. That's how I tell my mother.
I saw a really funny...
No, this is interesting. Every time she phones me, if it goes to voicemail, she's pissed off and yelling at me.
Really?
Why are you talking to me like this? And she asked the question again.
Yeah.
Not realize it's even though I've told her, especially for older people.
It's a voicemail.
Yeah.
She expects you to be...
Say, it's the machine talking.
Yeah. She expects you to say, Mamacita, soy yo, Juan. But you're being very businesslike. You're saying, Mum, this is John. Call me back. Hello.
The science, the guy just went right through the goop.
That's one of the most dangerous tools. One of those roadside saws. If that blade breaks, watch out. It spins at something like 2,000 revs a minute. Okay, so we're very nearly done. I'll go right to the bus shelter today.
And I know my distance.
Yep.
And time if possible.
Yeah.
If you started there.
Apart from about 30 seconds of walking, that was it. I think we'll still be sub 7. But it's going to be 34. Something like that.
The distance just went 5.
It should be 5.
You remember it as 5.
I measured it as 5. Hello. We had a new engine in that car. The end is in sight.
Like that.
E-bike back.
Time 37 minutes. Average heart rate 153. Workout average pace 6 minutes 30 seconds per kilometer.
It's got to be less than 30, John.
I should have started my own stopwatch.
Thank you. Ah, what slobs. They leave a beer can in his hedge. Oh, John, that was a good run. I think I skipped about the first 10 minutes or more of the recording somehow between stopping it and starting it. I forgot to start it one time. Okay, so
Workout resumed.
I'm at the pigs, and it's been one of those days today when nothing really worked well. Let me just adjust the volume here. That should be better. Okay, so I'll explain what happened while I ride home. Some of the way anyway. I think I've got about 25 minutes so far recorded. Yep, you too. But what happened was John came out and said he had to do something, so I stopped the recording after saying hi to him. And then he went back inside, and I'm not exactly sure where I started it again, but by the end of the second take, I think I had 22 minutes. But it was kind of disappointing because firstly, Derick couldn't make it. Secondly, I messed up in the middle of the recording there. And well, I guess that's about it. Oh no, there was yet another disappointment. I went to the bottle depot in Sydney and spent a little bit of time sorting out all my wine bottles from my soda bottles and my soda cans. And when I got to the cash register, she wouldn't credit me with the wine bottles because they didn't have labels on them. I mean, what possible difference could that make? I could have got angry, but I didn't. You know, it was just, as I say, one of those days. A litany of misfortunes. Lorna, Hillary's mother, excuse me, Hillary's mother has had a knee operation. And it was yesterday she had the operation. And I believe she already wants to come home. She does not like being in the hospital. I can understand that, but you know, it is difficult for older people to deal with that sort of confinement. So Hillary's probably going to have to cancel her afternoon appointments and go and pick up her mother from the hospital. But I think she said she's organized some transportation to bring her home. At least then she can continue to work from home, which is, I think, what she's doing. Alright, so that was my litany of disappointments. Unfortunately, the title of this episode will have to have something like that in it. Not quite sure how I'm going to phrase it. But, yeah. And then I had to cut the recording short at the end because Hillary started chatting, and I don't think she was aware that I was recording, which is unfair. So I'm going to have to go back and edit carefully there. So I'm going to lose another few minutes. But this should be working now. I think I've got my volumes about right. And I'm now 10 kilometers from home, which is about half an hour of cycling now. The e-bike has behaved itself well today, so other than not getting my wine bottles credited, wasn't too many of them, luckily. There were only 4. One of them had a label, so they gave me credit for one, but the 4 that I got, I had to take back with me. She wouldn't take them. I could have left them there. I might try out my bottle bank. They're a little more tolerant. She was taking everything to the letter of the law. She said something about homemade wine, and I said, no. These were bought from the store. I tried to explain that I spent time washing the labels off, but she wasn't gonna budge. There were people behind me waiting to cash in their empties. It's not an easy process. You have to line up in certain spacings, and then you have to wait your turn. So, funnily enough, she called me over because the first cashier was busy with a very large collection of bottles, and maybe the other cashier would have credited me with the wine bottles without labels. I guess I could have put them in a case, a 6-pack with other bottles. And then she wouldn't have noticed they didn't have labels. Hello. Just saw the woman she was at the pigs. She has a little dog in a back carrier on her bike. Cycling has become the exercise of choice for a lot of stymied, a lot of gym people who can't get to the gym anymore, can't get to their aerobic classes. They've all either fixed up their old bikes or bought new ones. But there's a huge number of electric bikes now. E-bikes are probably outselling regular bikes at the moment. Bike behind you. So, let's hope I get home safely. But on a day like today, who knows? It could be another litany, another event to be added to my litany of disasters today. But what can you do? People are very friendly. Everything has gone in that respect very well. Other than the cashier at the bottle bank. Hello. Cyclist around. Hi. The guy was checking his phone, standing in the middle of the trail with his dog on a leash, which means that he's suddenly taking up quite a lot of potential space. This is Lakeside Park. For those following on the map. I didn't sleep very well last night. Maybe that's why I was asleep at the switch. Maybe that's what I'll call it. Asleep at the switch. Alright, so for the second time, I will say goodbye to you on the Wednesday and add this little bit to the end of my Wednesday show. So the running jackal is officially off duty.